Well, tonight it is supposed to get down to 35 degrees. Okay. And so the little chicks aren't going to be able to make it out here in the cold all by themselves. So we've got to put them back into the container and back in the garage underneath the heat lamp for tonight.
Come on.
Guys, we just moved the chickens to a new spot. And look at what they did yesterday. They got rid of all of my little acorns. Now, I've got a couple out here I'm going to have to hand pluck. Well, look, it was just like this yesterday. I moved these guys for, I don't know, maybe not even 5 minutes ago. And already they're going to town. What do you think? You like getting moved every day? Maybe. So here's the area where we had the chickens during the winter when we couldn't rotate them through the yard. And as you can see, they certainly have quite the pile of built up poop and hay. So we had to keep adding the hay when we had a really wet winter. And you can have, chickens can be cold, try to remember this, cold and dry, but they can't be cold and wet. They won't be able to take care of any sorts of diseases or illnesses. So you got to make sure, at least if it's raining, that it needs to be dry. So that's why I was adding straw all through the winter. But one thing that I did as well is, it's not just that I'm a terrible weeder, but all of these sprouts, I'd actually ordered barley, and I would move them from one spot over to the other and just move them back and forth and back and forth. I had some leaf mulch from the back that was really hard to get out to the front of the yard, so what I did is I would just throw leaf mulch in there, but then I also threw out barley seeds, and I would let those sprout out until they started getting to about 8 or 10 inches tall, and then I'd move the chickens on there, which they got to eat as a delicious treat. And I'll send you some, or I'll let you guys see some clips of those on my Instagram over at Grow Gather Garnish, where I started giving them fodder. And then the barley just since has continued to grow. So what I'm planning on doing over at the run is I'm going to actually go over there and split the run in half, and then I will end up having half the run planted in barley sprouts, and the other half the chickens will be rotating. I'll continue that rotation back and forth. So here is the chicken coop. It has certainly seen better days. This was the original chicken coop before I started rotating them through. And I'm going to actually change this netting. So this netting, so they're going to have a little run coming out here, and I'll have the netting follow this so that we can get into the egg boxes and into the actual coop without having to get into the chicken yard. And then I'll just allow them to come through this area and till up greens and other delicious things. Check those out. Yeah, let's see if it'll focus. So I've also got a fig tree right next to the chicken coop. So I'm not big on figs, so whenever that starts dropping, I'll just take the figs and toss them into the chicken yard where the chickens get a nice little treat. It helps also give them some other yummy vitamins and things as they're giving us eggs later on in the summer. So apparently one of our chickens has some sort of yeast infection, so we got to set it in some warm water with some other concoctions, keep it away from all the rest of the chickens, quarantine it essentially, and hopefully it'll clean up in a few days. We've never had a chicken in the house before. before.
Yeah, me too.
But Cherry says it's maybe called leaky gleet.
We skipped her a bath.
Vent gleet. I'm sorry.
We skipped her a bath.
So we have got to soak her bum in the water for about 15 minutes. Hey, Cherry, would you start a timer? And
Just no hold her.
well, we gotta hold her, otherwise she might fly out of the water. Unfortunately, with it getting down near the freezing mark tonight, we're gonna have to isolate her and do something to keep her warm because no, we have plenty of water in the bathtub.
Why?
Well, because we just needed enough to get her
Both?
her bottom in the water. Never carried a chicken out of well, I've never carried one through my house either, but she has had her soak, and we're going to go outside.
How do we do it?
Hey, Judah.
Cancel?
Judah. Kaylin. Come here. Alright, can you please open the door for me?
Sure. Dad? Anything for a dad. Mom, I made 2 windows.
Anything for a dad. If only that would last longer. Alright, so we're going to come out here and try to get this bird all dried off so that she doesn't get pneumonia. Well, her bottom's probably not going to stop dripping. Well, that is certainly a first. I've never given a chicken a bath before, but hopefully that'll clear things up. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and isolate her for a couple of days, make sure everything clears up, and as long as everything's all good, we'll put her back in with the rest of the brood. So we moved the little baby chicks back into the garage tonight with the heat lamp, and this is going to be her new home for the evening. What do you think, girl? I think she's a little curious. Oh, and there goes the first turds. Maybe that'll help her out. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to sprinkle some food here for her. We'll leave it in here as well for when the little chicks come in. And hey, Kaylin, go get her the water, sweetie. Go bring her a little water dish. She's like, it's new territory. I'm not sure what to think. So hopefully that'll take care of the chicken sickness for a few days. We'll monitor that, and maybe tomorrow. Today was pretty hectic at work, but maybe tomorrow I'll be able to get some seeds and we can finish the little container garden that we made the video of last night. See you guys around. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, and leave a comment below if there's something that you'd want to see on the Little Hat Faker homestead.